Hello and welcome once again to the podcast with Ashberry. We had seen some topics in this podcast, but today we are coming up with a very unique topic of how your passion can sparkle your career. It can tingle your career is the topic that we have got in our hand today. So as to understand that, first of all, we have to understand what is passion. Passion is something that which you love, that you don't like to do the things other than that. You're always ready to die for it. That is always your priority, knowingly or unknowingly. That is what passion is all about. You crave for it every now and then. For me, it is the game of cricket and cricket commentary. But before that, let me tell you an anecdote of my own life where I'll share through the process of my inspiration that I have been through lot variety of things to the place where I'm right now as a cricket commentator as well as a business coach and CEO of CommuniCraft Explorers. Well, it all started when I was in third grade. And at that point of time, we had a milkman who used to come our house. He used to deliver the milk and he used to come on a bullet at that point of time with the hat, the cowboy kind of a hat. That created curiosity. Wow, what a great work this is. And I said to my parents after I grow big in life, after I just do something, I want to be a milk person. I want to do the same work what this person is doing. At a point of time, my parents had laughed at me saying that, what rubbish you're talking about. But then later stage, I understood that is the business. It's a dairy business, which was not at all bad that we had seen in the period of COVID. If there were some businesses which were running, the dairy business was one amongst them, which was on the top of the many other businesses. Perhaps that was a fluke from me to be in that profession, but it did not hit. It was just a kind of a fluke. It did not had a real intent behind it. Rather, it was not more a passion because I was not in the courtyard of cow and milk. It was just that nook and corner anecdote where I'd seen a milk person coming in, delivering the milk and going away. But at the same time, around the same period of I being in third grade, fourth grade, something very interesting happened in the year 1998 when that the desert storm inning of Sachin Tendulkar at Sharjah. Now I'm coming to this path of what I'm talking about. Your passion can ignite your career, can sparkle, it can tingle your career. That is what I'm coming into. That cricket match, that innings of Sachin Tendulkar at Sharjah was won, but the level of cricket commentary by someone like Tony Gregg was at a different peak, my dear friends. Even today, when you look at that episode of that cricket match, when you rewind it, you'll find it on the YouTube channels. The way in which Tony Gregg had flabbergasted Sachin Tendulkar, he has given him a different high. Half of Sachin Tendulkar's success is because of what Tony Gregg sometimes I recognize in that way. That three words by him, what a six, what a six, what a six, when he had hit Michael Kasparov for a six straight on the ground. And that when I was listening, and thanks to my father who was the one who kept the television on, and he had been a wonderful lover of the game of cricket, and perhaps that made me to learn and try to understand different modules of the game of cricket just because of my father's interest in the game, as like any other father in our country. Those moments were very important for me, that words from that cricket commentator, and that was something, this was my inspiration. That milk person which I told was my first one. This cricket commentator, Tony Gregg, with again that cowboy hat that usually wears when he comes in front of everyone during the presentations, the way in which he speaks, that really tingled me somewhere to like choose a profession where I could speak and either entertain the people or provide enlightenment. I'll pause a bit now and ask you to reflect on this. Such moments do come in each and everybody of our lives. Question yourself. Ask yourself, didn't you go through this kind of things in your life when you had seen someone and you wanted to be something like that? Maybe to not an extent of 100%, but yes, to a level where you could really reach to. That becomes the point of your first step towards success. And tell you what, in the process of chasing it, at times may even lose it. But the process of chasing it is far more beautiful than the result of being successful. I would say the process of chasing itself is so successful that you do not need to worry about the result if it is successful or not. My only suggestion to everyone is just enjoy the process. Whatever the passion you are having, whatever you want to do in your life, have that commitment of what you want to do. Just have that spirit and elongate it along with you in your mind, in your heart, and just go for it. Go for it with 100% dedication. And I'm sure that at a point of time, by knowingly or unknowingly, you'll still get it. Then comes the moment when, after that episode of 1998, straight away after 9 years, perhaps I was 16 or 17 years of age, there was something called as Dream Job Cricket Commentary Audition by Star Sports and ESPN. Well, I went for that audition. I was not eligible, which I came to know it afterwards, as we had 3 juries along in front of us. Sharon Van Zwitten, she was a lady presenter, a very famous one. You can search about this person. We had Alan Wilkins, many of you may be knowing, is also a cricket commentator, and the very famous Ravi Shastri. 2007, September, the time around when India lifted the World Cup. I'm talking about T20 World Cup, the first one by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Around the same time, this Dream Job Cricket Commentary Audition was held in different parts of India. In Mumbai, it was in Dadar. I think it was CHM College, Dadar Catering College, I guess. That was a place, and I was there for that audition and just went to it. I was in front of 3 giants. As by then, I was just 16, and to stand in front of them. And they had presented one clip, that television screening which was going on, a cricket match, and I was asked to do the commentary on that. I did that quite well. All 3 of them applauded, and one of them said, Alan Wilkins said this, you are not eligible as far as your age is concerned. I was just 16. The minimum requirement was 18 because they were in search of someone who can really come and take the place there at that point of time. But they did not let me know about it by the time I completed it. And I asked them, you could have told me this before. Then they said that we just wanted to listen you. We just wanted to understand what is your passion. And we did not want to kill your passion. Thanks to them, they did not tell me that before. They had made me to talk about the game, and perhaps that gave me the confidence that how I can present in front of the others where I'm going. It was a kind of an interview. That was my first of the interviews that I had given in front of those 3 giants, Alan Wilkins, Sharon Van Zwitten, and Ravi Shastri. Why I'm telling this is we have to take the opportunities that whichever comes in our way. I could have jingled a bit saying that, oh, I will not go for this because we'll see after I complete my graduation. I was perhaps in 2nd year or the 1st year at that point of time. And no one really was knowing that I was going for the cricket commentary audition, other than one of my friend then. in a way, one has to take that ploy of exploring. One must try to explore even during the college times. As and when you are learning the things, it's not required that after completing your graduation or after completing your education, you have to take care of certain things or you have to go for the interviews. You can even go for like walk-in interview. As we today know about the window shopping, you can go for window interviewing as well. Like you get interviewed, try to understand like how it feels like to get interviewed by someone. That jinx is what you must have. Even before you are eligible for being interviewed, just try to understand how it feels like to get interviewed. It can run as a mock interview for you. Well, why I'm saying I'll have to tell this again to you is this passion. If you have passion for certain things, you would really go for it. For example, you have passion for music. There are people I've seen playing guitar. Go across, there are many clubs who run this. You may be you can even go to a place where, in the hotels where they require the musicians or maybe some functions. I mean, don't worry about what people will think about you. Don't worry. This is not applicable to me because I've studied something else and what I'm doing as a guitarist out there. You may be doing your biotechnology and you have got the craze for guitar. It can be two contrasting things. But who knows that you can be a better guitarist than being a biotechnologist? That passion. You should chase, you should learn, you try to understand, write it from the basics. Try to understand the basics, try to understand the simple things, and you'll automatically get the complex things very nicely. So in that way, you need to understand, you first try to develop what are your skills, or maybe try to understand what are your skills that you're very much passionate about. Even today, I have the knack of doing cricket commentaries in my own Instagram page of cricket.commentator, where I've got around about 17K followers and it's growing day by day. It's just because I've got the passion for it, and who knows that I could be getting big brands. In fact, I'm in association with some all the other brands, but it is going to be a miracle if something pops out unusually where we don't know what the result could be. Only thing is that you need to keep working. Just do what you love and automatically the things will fall in place, is what I can say. And I believe that everybody of you listening to me, you must also believe that whatever you do, just keep doing it. Just because you love doing it, keep doing it, and some miracle can really happen if you really believe in what you are doing. So these are certain things which I wanted to talk about today regarding your passion, which can tingle your career. And your career may not sometimes be what you have learned through your degrees or through your certificates. It can be something which can come out of your passion. By the way, I have done my anthropology. I'm a corporate anthropologist as well. What I do is that try to, fix both the things together, your passion and your certifications. Like I'm like a PhD in anthropology, and corporate anthropology is what the subject of mine, and it gives a nice space for business coaching. And I'm in right now, as a CEO of CommuniCraft Explorers. So for you as well, if you want to associate yourself with the kind of a career if you are in confusion with, just try to work on it in a way as you could. First, do a little bit of job wherever you can, and then you can enter into the big brand business which you want to launch by yourself. Very much possible. And today, there is nothing impossible with the advancement of AI tools and many other facets. The technology is so much upgraded that you can know what you want. Earlier, when we required to know something, that we had to rush to the cyber cafe and try to understand. Now at the brink, at the desk where you sit, you can understand what you want through the use of the mobile phones and even the laptops and the computers that you have got back home. So there's a vast difference of the things what were done and what are now. And if you use your technology quite well, I believe that everybody of you can make the things very, very nice for themselves. Right, so understand what your passion is and work on it and try to excel yourself is what I could be saying in this episode. I still believe that I was a little bit quick in this episode, wasn't I? As I sometimes forget that I'm up with a podcast wherein we need to go a little bit slow, try to pause and talk about the things. But still, since I have got a habit of running across in front of the cameras, as when we do commentaries, we are asked to finish the talk in 50 seconds. So we have to be that quick in that 50 seconds. But here in podcast, we can go slow and steady. Slow and steadily, we will go to the other level of our podcast with some other topic the next time around. Right, so this is what we had in today's edition of the podcast of Ashberry, podcast with Ashberry. For the next time, we'll meet. Until then, it's goodbye from CommuniCraft Explorers and podcast with Ashberry.